crazy thing is, clients come to me. Yes, I still have the systems in place in the back end. Yes, you can still apply to join a coaching program. Someone from my enrollment team will reach out to you. You'll have a phone call, etc. Ads or landing pages or whatever. You need them less when you focus on being the person that people want to coach with. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, but I do it because I'm passionate about helping you turn your success story into a 6 or even 7-figure online coaching brand. And speaking of coaching brand, this video I wanted to do something a little different and just talk about how the coaching industry is changing. And so this is almost like a warning video because I know so many people are interested in building coaching businesses. I support it. I think everyone should have some sort of coaching business on the side. You know, even if you're a successful entrepreneur in another arena, there are always people that can learn from you, that could share in your unique expertise. And why not? Because it's a great revenue stream for you as well. So I'm really big about creating, you know, coaching businesses. And then obviously, even if you're not an entrepreneur, but you're looking to become an entrepreneur, I think becoming a coach is one of the easiest, and I say easy in air quotes, as you'll see in just a moment as we get into how the coaching industry is changing. But I mean, compared to other businesses, when you want to become an entrepreneur, you need, you know, to lease a space and you need equipment and investors. I mean, try starting like the next Facebook or something like that. It's not that simple, but I just love coaching businesses because everyone has some sort of expertise that other people want to learn. And so as long as you can package that, or you have a success story, something that you've achieved, as long as you can package that, then you can create a successful coaching business. So I say this as someone who is encouraging the world. If you want to create financial freedom for yourself, build generational wealth, you know, ultimately free yourself so that you can do the things you're called to do on this earth, like for sure, get started in coaching. But I say that with a warning, with a caveat, in that much of what you have heard about how coaching businesses are built is no longer applicable. And this is so key because there are still a lot of coaches who are even successful in their own right, but who haven't gotten the memo that things are shifting. And when I say things are shifting, I don't mean this in a bad way. I just mean the industry is maturing. So here's what I mean. When we first started in online coaching, it was enough simply to have a pretty website, have some nice photos, and essentially say, hey, I'm a coach, I can help you with that. Because people were like, what is this? This is so new. The only coaching that they knew about was like coaching in sports, right? Like, oh, are you a tennis coach? Are you a basketball coach? Oh, you coach in health, you coach in business, you coach in relationships. It was very new. And so really all you had to do was simply just put your shingle out there and say that you were this type of coach, and then people were flocking to you. And so I said that that was really any time before maybe like 2014. So then right around 2014, 2015, 2016, when I started to get into the industry, it wasn't enough anymore to say you were a coach, right? So by this point, people understood what non-sports coaches did. And so it wasn't enough for you to just have a website, but it was still enough for you to say you're a coach and then have like these systems in the back, right? So maybe as long as you could run some Facebook ads and have a freebie that, you know, you could give to people, maybe a free download or teach people a free class and they would get on your email list. That's all you needed. Like as long as you had those systems in place, you were running ads, people were getting on your email list, it was enough and people were gonna buy. We are now in 2022 as of this recording, transitioning into 2023, right? So if that was 2014, 2015, I'll say 2016 when I first got started in online business and online entrepreneurship, we've had 6 years of people being bombarded with traditional marketing techniques, traditional internet marketing, and the traditional way of quote unquote being a coach online. And like I said, none of this is bad, but the industry is just maturing, and that more people know what coaches are, more people understand these marketing processes, and the more you have that, the less effective they become because people understand how it works and what's going on. And so I say this almost as a warning because there are a lot of new people who are interested in getting into the online coaching space, but they are still learning or investing in programs that are teaching them the tried and true traditional ways of marketing online, not realizing that that's no longer going to be effective. So If you are looking to build your whole business, on running some ads to get people to sign up for a discovery call with you and then hoping that they'll sign up as a client, understand that that ship has sailed. I'm not saying that running ads are bad or hosting discovery calls are bad. Like, these are all things that you can still do with success, but there's something else that you have to have in place. And so what I'm gonna describe next, some people would say this is the new way of marketing, or this is the new way of building a coaching business. I actually think this isn't new at all. I think this is a return to the original way. Not only has business been done, but how business has been done for thousands of years. I'm talking before, social media, before even the internet, before phones. People did business in this way. So what am I talking about? There's a lot of different terms for it. I've heard some people describe it as attraction marketing. I've been describing it as magnetic marketing, but I'm just putting this out there. If you're looking to grow your online coaching business, this is what you need to master. You need to master attraction marketing, magnetic marketing, or really this concept of embodiment. This is almost something that will transcend your business and that will help you be successful in every area of your life. So what do I mean by this? One big frustration that I know I have in the online coaching business, but oftentimes I have to kind of sit down with clients and say look, we got to get this clear. We got to get this straight. Is that people often want to build coaching businesses based on something they know, but not something that they are. You have to understand that the coaching business is unique and that the profession of coaching is unique, and that in order to have the best results from the standpoint of entrepreneurship and growing your business and attracting clients, you truly need to be modeling, or even better, embodying whatever it is that you are coaching people on. So if you are trying to be a health coach, but you are not healthy, and it's not evident that you are healthy in your life, it's gonna be very difficult. Me, as a life and business coach, but if my life were in shambles and I had terrible relationships and I was fighting with my husband all the time and my business was not doing well, even if I technically understand the concepts of, oh, this is what you need to do, I know that it would be extremely difficult for me to attract clients because I am not embodying what I am coaching on. And so it's so important for you, especially with the way the industry is going, in the sense that it is maturing and the quote unquote traditional marketing practices are becoming less effective because they're kind of tired, right? Everybody understands a Facebook ad, they understand a freebie, they know what these funnels are and how this process is. If you are not embodying whatever it is that you are coaching on, it's going to be difficult to land clients. And so I say this is known as, say, attraction marketing or magnetic marketing or whatever you want to call it. I call it a magnetic marketing. I've seen others call it attraction marketing. It is so important that you master this because I believe that going forward, this truly is really going to be the only way that you can successfully and consistently land clients, is through this attraction marketing. And I've started to notice this really, I'd say over the last 2 years, but over the last year especially, even in my own business. So as I've been focusing more on content, you see that I've been up in the ante on my YouTube videos. Back in 2020, when I decided to really reinvest in my YouTube channel, it was the pandemic, people were staying home. I was like, okay, I think they're gonna be staying home watching videos, so I really want to reinvest in my YouTube channel. I was publishing videos once a week. Now, as of this recording, we're publishing videos almost every day. Same thing on my Instagram. We've really upped the ante on my Instagram. I'm publishing content twice a day. Sometimes now, lots of content going out. I've noticed that when I focus almost exclusively on having high value content and also demonstrating who I am, what I stand for, what I believe in, and how I am the embodiment of the things that I sell, the crazy thing is, clients come to me. Clients come to me, I know. Yes, I still have the systems in place in the back end. Yes, you can still apply to join a coaching program. Someone from my enrollment team will reach out to you. You'll have a phone call, etc. That still happens. But I've been amazed that more and more people literally have been reaching out to me, sending me DMs, just replying to emails, signing up for coaching packages as soon as I announced them, before I even had time to finish a sales page or fully outline what's included. People, they're just signing up. And why are they just signing up? Again, because I am the embodiment of what I'm talking about. So it's almost as if all these other things that we thought we needed to be successful in marketing, whether it was ads or landing pages or whatever, you need them less when you focus on being the person that people want to coach with, when you focus essentially on being the package, not just selling the package, okay? So I just wanted to do this warning for you, because many coaches or many aspiring coaches are gonna have to be real with themselves to say, is this a transition that they are willing to make? I think that it's completely worth it, because I find that it's actually less work and it's more enjoyable. You get to show up and you can create content that you care about, content that means something to you and also helps your clients. You can come up with programs that you're actually going to enjoy, that you don't think, oh, I have to create this because it's gonna work and I need to make these sales. Like, when you let go of all of that stuff and you just show up in your fullest, most authentic self, and you share that with people and they're attracted to what you have to offer, I think it's easier. This has been my highest year in terms of business, in terms of the revenue that I'm generating. In fact, you can check out this video here where I break down my revenue streams and show how in 1 month in particular, I was able to generate nearly $200,000, and how we're consistently generating $100,000 a month. Again, I'm telling you, not something that I know, but something that I am living. I am literally feeling the shift and I'm seeing it. And so I want to encourage people, but also warn people. And this is especially for my established coaches. If you've been in the coaching game for a while and you're doing okay, but you haven't quite found your footing or gotten the traction that you wanted, but now you're noticing the shift too, even with social media, right? The algorithm isn't what it used to be. You know, Instagram is like, you know, not showing your posts to everybody and everybody's complaining about the algorithm. I think we're at a crossroads where you can continue to fight against the trends, right? Fight against, oh, social media is, you know, their algorithm isn't what it used to be, and people aren't responding to my ads, ad cost is going up, people aren't clicking on things like they used to, people aren't opening my emails the way they used to, right? These are all trends where people, again, are getting saturated with marketing and they understand how this works and they're no longer interested. You can continue fighting that trend, or you can make a pivot. It's really a choice to make. And so if you're brand new to the coaching business, I'm just saying, just start it right from the beginning. Just build it right from the beginning. Build a magnetic brand that, again, is based on you, your mission, what you stand for, your personality, how you connect with others, and just attracting people to you versus needing to always go out and get clients. And if you're established, then it's a crossroads in terms of, are you willing to make that pivot? Are you willing to abandon maybe some of the marketing tactics that you've learned from a lot of different coaches, maybe that you paid good money for, right? But again, if things aren't as effective as they used to be, are you willing to make that transition? And for me, this has really felt like, I describe it as coming home, because a lot of the strategies that I'm sharing with you even right now, and this idea of embodiment and attracting people and not needing to sell so hard and not even needing these long sales pages, because people understand that if it comes from you, that, you know, clearly you're walking your talk, obviously you can help them in whatever it is that you're teaching. To me, that feels like a return home, because that was the way I have always done it, especially in the beginning when I didn't even know many of the fancy marketing techniques and strategies and all of that, right? When I first got my start, I was just a blogger, right? I was a girl with a blog who was just sharing what I thought was interesting, was really leaning into my personality and showing people my authentic self and talking about the things that I cared about. And as I documented my own journey and started to see personal success in my life in terms of getting more self-discipline and paying off credit card debt and getting back in school and achieving different things, people started to reach out to me and they started to say, hey, how are you achieving all of these things? Can you help me too? And that's when I started to create programs to help them do that. That was my original story, right? But then I got a little fancy. I think I felt a little insecure after I quit my job and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a real business. I need to learn like these real tactics and marketing strategies. And so I started to learn and invest heavily on how to get these systems together. And I'm glad I did, because they do support my business in the back end. But I'm actually really happy that the industry has been making this shift, because it feels like a return to authenticity and a return to what human to humans, right, have always connected with from the very beginning. So warning to you, don't get in the coaching industry if you think that there's just like a formula that you can follow or a paint by numbers approach that you can like install in your business and that boom, it's just supposed to make the money for you, or that it's supposed to, you know, get these clients. If you're not willing to be the thing ultimately that you sell, if you're not willing to show yourself and show your life and how you are walking what you talk, and if you're not willing to share content that's actually going to attract your audience and really show up not just to get clients, but show up honestly to give value and to show up consistently, right? Another shift with this industry is that you are gonna have to show up more consistently in order to cut through the noise. Again, I'm producing YouTube videos almost every single day. I'm posting twice a day on Instagram. If that's not something that you're willing to do, really rethink if you're willing to get in this industry, because all this, oh, I'm just gonna run some Facebook ads and I'm just gonna get people in a funnel and I'm just gonna send them some emails and they're automatically gonna buy. That's not really a thing anymore. The industry has grown outside of this, but it's such a great opportunity for people who have a genuine story to share, who have real expertise to share with others and to package into coaching programs, and who are not afraid to be their authentic selves. So this is my TED Talk. Thank you for coming, right? This is my fireside chat, but I just wanted to do a different type of video, but something that I feel a lot of urgency around because I see these transitions happening in real time. So thanks for watching this video. If you loved it, you're actually gonna love my Unblock Your Brand Masterclass. So kind of along this thinking, I created this brand new masterclass that shows the behind the scenes of my business model, how I'm able to generate these sales in this new environment, and how I'm able to still market myself without relying so heavily on some of the old or traditional marketing tactics and techniques. And so if you're interested in what that looks like and how to do things in this way that I'm telling you, click the link below in order to get access right now. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. If you loved it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want even more where this came from, make sure that you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you want even more where that came from, make sure you are following me on Instagram, CourtneyLSanders, where I share many great tips like this, as well as the behind the scenes of my life on my stories. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.